As you can see, I've got some white hair on my beard. So despite this, I am a young entrepreneur. And I am a young entrepreneur thanks to being in Senegal. So this is the first message I want to give you, is that me being in Senegal and me being linked with Jokkolabs made this possibility for me to have, I hope, innovative idea, to find good people to share my idea with, and eventually start a project and a company. So this is something that I want to insist on, is that for people like me, I will give you a brief explanation of my profile, but being here in Senegal is very interesting because it is a land of exchange, it is a land of idea circulation, it is a land of diversity, and therefore you can really take advantage of that for creating something. First thing. My father is Colombian, my mom is French, my wife is from Mali, my kids are Senegalese. I lived in some of African countries, in a couple of them. I worked in Asia, in Latin America, and I'm in Senegal now. Who I am, I don't know really who I am myself. But the best idea for me to find out what I was, it was to create something. So after, I'm almost 40 years old now, so after 10 to 15 years of professional activity, I realized that to really, blossom myself, I had to create my own job. I think that today's, it's never been so difficult to find a job, but it's never been so easy to create a job. So this is also the message I want to pass. As you understand, professional identity is something that really matters for me, and this is part of my idea in my project. Human capital is a passion for me, and it's also the way I've found to really impact on that is to create linkedafrica.com. The hypothesis of linkedafrica.com is that in less than 20 years from now, Africa has to play its role in the world economy in terms of workforce, human resources. China has played its role, India has played its role in the 80s, 90s, and still playing. Europe has played its role in the 50s, 60s. It's going to be Africa's time to play its role, because in 2040, Africa will have the biggest workforce in the world, larger than China, larger than India. The only question is, what are we going to do with that? The evolution of demography, the ratio of active, non-active people makes that in 2040, Africa's workforce will be the biggest in the world. But then, obviously, it has to match the world needs also. And this is a challenge. This is the hypothesis. This is what we decided to create Linked Africa, freeing, structuring, and nurturing the human capital so that the continent will increase its competitiveness and influence in the rest of the world. Today, Linked Africa is 450,000 members in over 30 countries in Africa, and we want to be big by 2017 and catch over 30 million people on the network. Today is 32 countries, 10 most popular countries. We are French and English. We want to be Arabic, Portuguese, and local African language also. So the hypothesis, I started telling you about the hypothesis why we created in Africa, but there are obvious ones. Employment is key to Africa's economic improvement, so this is something we have to tackle. The African middle class is growing rapidly. We can also always complain that the repartition of wealth is not good enough, but still something is happening at this level. This is the obvious reason. African internet and mobile users are growing fast. And this is the one now very interesting for us. 2040, Africa's labor force will be larger than any other nation. And it's already started. China will have outsourced a large part of its economy in Africa. And finally, very few Africans have a professional identity on the web. So this is where there is a problem to tackle. The solution in Linked Africa is quite easy to understand. So we create a big professional online African community. We unlock and free the talents and professional energies of individuals in Africa through the network. We nurture the human capital in Africa, and eventually we offer Africa and the rest of the world a place to hire African-based staff. How do we do that? Nowadays, what you find mostly on the web is job boards or employment websites. So I look for a job, I build my CV online, and then I apply to job offers, okay? And I send my CV to recruiters. What we want to do is, someone is looking for a job, we want him not to build a CV, but to build or rebuild a professional identity, which is very different. At that stage, you can already interest some people. Then if he has built his professional identity, it means that he can identify where he should improve. Because if he knows who he is, then he also knows what he wants better. And then he can identify where he needs improvement. So, identify where I should improve. Then I validate and improve my soft and hard skills. And eventually, because we want it to be a community, I mentor other members of the community. Okay? This is where you understand that linkedafrica.com is very different from LinkedIn, for example. Okay? We go much beyond a mere professional social network. Three main business models. The first one is the skill cloud. I will tell you a bit more about it after that. We have targets, companies and individual, HR services. Advertising, obviously, because we're going to be a big network, so advertising will be profitable. And then as a network, we also can build some services for premium services for part of our members. This is my business partner, Jokkolabs. He's from Cameroon, and this is me. So very quickly, now that we have a broad picture of Linked Africa, the very important part of Linked Africa is the skill cloud. There are two main things that you have to understand and that we want to invest in for our project to be successful. 2040 is less than 20 years from now on, okay? We are talking about millions and millions of people. Today, you have projects doing some skill improvement, trainings, professional trainings, in Botswana, in Zimbabwe, in Algeria, in Egypt, in South Africa, workshops of 100 people here and there. But our big assumption is to say we need to scale up. We cannot wait to train 100 people here and 100 people here. New technologies, internet, mobile, allow us to do that, to think big and to scale up. So to face this huge challenge of 2040, you have to find a solution that enables you to scale up and to put value on people. So Linked Africa is basically a solution to scale up and to put value on people. And for that, we will create a space where people can build their identity and also validate and certify skills. Okay? That's linkedafrica.com in 5 minutes.
Yeah. So you mentioned how the mentoring piece